Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, The Storyteller's Oracle. I'm Maria, your storyteller. It's like 2 o'clock. Is it 2 o'clock? Yes, it was 2:11 when I just looked at the clock, so it's like 2:12 in the morning. And I can't sleep, so I guess I'm just gonna do the video I was supposed to do in the morning, Monday morning, for the Divine Masculines. So hello masculines, how are you? Are you as scattered as I am? I will say, I did finally get clarity on how to do my reads here on YouTube and try to keep them at like 30 minutes or so. So the reading's going to be a little bit different today. And I'm going to be looking at my journal because I have like my posting, of how I want to do this. Yeah, so we're just going to get started and see what's going on for the month of July. Let's see what deck do I use. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to find out, ask certain questions to get a full read going. And I have this new cute little bed desk thing, which is fantastic because I can shuffle better. I can sit straight, which is, good, proper posture is important and all. But yeah, I figured if I'm gonna be doing this stuff, I want to be comfortable doing it, right? And I'm not as comfortable at my desk. That's for gaming. That's where I go have fun. That's where I work also on my personal stuff, like my website and things like that. So I don't want to mix this with that. This is sacred to me. So I want this to be where I'm super comfortable and super in my element. Oh, this is sacred masculine energy, yang. And it says loyal heart. Oh, some of you have a certain someone on your mind. Some of you are trying to prove your loyalty. That's interesting. Okay, so I want to see if the recent past for the masculines or the lessons that they haven't learned, because that's what our recent past is, right? That's why it still kind of lingers. Recent past for the masculines, please. Thinker. Let me move this. Sorry, I'm quiet, but this is new to me as well, so I am getting myself situated with it, and I'll see if I can let you guys see it. So we have your recent past, okay? Or whatever lesson that you most recently learned. Then your current lesson, and your block, it's kind of got me stumped here, but I'll clarify if I need to. Alright, other or extra messages. Possible outcome. I know this is a little different than the way most people do reads, but that's what I was guided to, so let's try it out. Okay, put those there for now. Sorry guys, I'm trying to get a good enough picture because the way this one works, it's a little more complex, but then it's very focused. So yeah, I have a little book there in case I need it. All right. So right now what I'm getting, I didn't need to look at this thinker card because these are card. The most familiar one here are the current and the block, which the block is orphaned, but I'm not sure why that's there. Maybe if I clarify this thinker card, then I'll know. It's number 44. Strategy being analytical and logical. The irony that this is so not like me. The way that my writings were channeled today is so not like me. It's very methodical. There were so many steps, and it was like, no, you have to do it this way. Like, I can't even explain it, but it was very strategic and very logical. Strategy. You guys have learned how to apply logic, because there's always a balance between logic and emotion, and that's kind of what we all have to learn, is that balance. I'm sorry, I'm so tired, you guys. But maybe you guys are too. Maybe you guys are having a lot of sleepless nights, and that's why I couldn't sleep and I couldn't focus all day. So maybe you guys can't focus all day, and that's why you're up at night. Why? Why can you not focus? Current, chop wood. Chop wood because you're not in the moment. Because that's what the chop wood is about. And that's the present, the current lesson right now. You need to learn how to be in the moment. You've learned how to analyze. You're extremely strategic and calculated, because the stuff that's coming in, like, my gosh, what are you? Like, yeah, I've never felt something so, not robotic, but like very, very calculated. Very, very calculated. Like every step and then every little bit and piece of said step is all very calculated and very strategic. But when you are constantly like that, like you've learned this, you've mastered that. Now you need to master your lesson that you need to work on now is how to be in the moment. Like, it's okay. You don't have to always be analyzing and studying things. And your block is orphaned. Blocked. Orphaned still doesn't make sense to me, though. Oh, identity crisis. Maybe you've always been, maybe then this is general, so take it how it resonates, right? Like this, but I feel like in some way, shape, or form it will resonate for all of you, because I always set my intentions for the entire masculine collective. So like I tap into the twin flame collective, and then I focus on the masculine from there. You see, even that in itself, the way I explained that just now, like, why did I have to go that far into detail? Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You don't need every freaking detail. You don't need every detail. I don't know who needs to hear that. And your possible outcome is higher power. I feel like this is you trusting in source, following your intuition, having faith. But it's going to take, you got to learn this lesson to get to that outcome, right? And your block is that you feel like this is like an identity crisis, or that you don't fit in, or you feel this like need to belong, or maybe you don't know where you belong. Yeah, orphaned. You don't know where you belong. You don't know where you fit in. So much about you is changing that you're feeling off center, but you're not. You're not off center. Your center has just changed. So, how do I explain this? Think of scales that have been out of balance for a very long time, right? Like, and you've been weighing everything on that scale, right? But it's not calibrated correctly. This is so fucking strategic. It's not calibrated correctly. So all of your calculations have been off because it's not properly calibrated. And it has now been adjusted. So everything feels off. But it's because you've recalibrated those scales, and now it's where it's supposed to be. That is so specific and so very, very, very analytical. And guys, I'm like highly analytical. Like literally I'm Aquarius moon and rising and a Capricorn sun. So like details and analyzing and logic are my thing, but this is extreme even for me. Holy crap. Let me see higher power. Yeah, and you have cards 4 and 5. And then 42 is 6. And then 44, that's an 8. But I usually don't break down the doubles. So you have 4, 5, and 6. This is a process. These are steps. You're learning the steps. And you're learning that they're not always the ones that you think they are. Yeah, see, so higher power says conscious contact with a higher power, the presence of the divine, seeing source energy in all things, committing to a partnership with spirit. Yeah, you guys are waking up. Oh. Masculines are waking up. Like a lot of them. Like really, really waking up. Like not just, oh yeah, I believe in this and that. Like no, like straight up when it hits you. When like that major dark night of the soul happens kind of level, waking up. That's why you're feeling orphaned. That's why you're feeling so out of balance, because it is you are rebalancing the scales. But oh my god, and I'd been seeing the Judgment and Justice card in my mind a lot in readings lately. This is recent. Or it's recent, it's current. I mean, time is irrelevant. It's a man-made construct. It doesn't exist, but You know what I'm trying to say. I feel like whoever this is resonating for, you'll know what I'm saying, because you are so crazy analytical and like calculated. I keep hearing calculated. I keep seeing computers and like papers with lots of like math, like genius level stuff. Like, wow. Okay. All right, let's get some advice and guidance. You got to focus on the day-to-day. Stop trying to see the bigger picture. Sometimes to see the bigger picture, you have to be in the details. I just heard devil's in the details. I don't know why I always hear that when I say that. What does that even mean? Devil's in the details. Advice for the masculines, please. Guidance or advice for the masculines. You're not out of place. You just feel that way. This girl in this picture is wearing a wedding gown, and she's in a nest on top of it looks like some ancient ruins of a temple. And we've got her head hanging down, but her head's not a human head. It's the head of a bird. It's like a baby bird. Why is that sticking out? Self-love just fell out. Oh my gosh. Self-love is not egotistical. It shows you and others that you are worthwhile and deserve love in its many forms. If someone is making you feel guilty for finally standing up for yourself and loving yourself and speaking your truth, they are so not worth your time. I just saw someone in a man's face like, well, you this and you that, and oh, you just think that da 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 da. That is so toxic. And it weighs so heavy on you. It's making you feel so guilty, like the guilt and the shame that I'm feeling right now. Faith. Loving and then letting go is not only one of the most challenging things we can do, it's also the bravest. Take big, deep breaths and know that this is right. Somebody here, I feel like this is going to be for a very specific group of masculines. Some of you are leaving. I feel like this. Let me get some more before I say anything else. Advice for the masculines, please. Anger. This keeps coming out for you guys. Even though you're bursting inside, you need to remain calm. Dig deep and find the strength to activate the self-control that lies within you. Yeah. Okay. Any more? This guidance, obviously, all of these are how to help you get over that block of feeling orphaned so that you can focus on the lesson you need to learn, the big lesson, which is, to chop wood, which is being present in the present moment, being able to be happy in the day-to-day. Any more advice for masculines from here? No? Okay. Set these here now. I'm going to look at chop wood. I feel like this is going to be a little bit longer. Maybe these readings are going to be longer. Who knows? 42. Being grounded in the everyday experiences. Humility. Yeah, see, that's what I was saying. You need to be in the day-to-day, in the present moment. That's the big lesson for you to learn. But I feel like the even bigger lesson, yeah, that's the current lesson to learn, is how to be present. And it does take self-love to be able to do that. That's why orphaned is your block. Because it's like, you're feeling, and I feel like this is very specific. What I'm getting from the cards that have come out, we have self-love, faith, anger, confident, amazement, assuredness, and boldness, okay? So after we got anger, and I wanted to clarify some more because I was picking up on relationship stuff. We got confident. You confuse confidence with ego. There's no shame in confidence. It's about knowing who you are and what you want, and most importantly, having the courage to stand in your own power, which takes self-love to do. You learn that in the process of learning the other. There are lessons inside of lessons inside of lessons. I'm seeing a spiral. But it's like it's forever going okay. Too much. You guys get out of your heads. That's way too logical, way too strategic. Some things just are. Faith. You need to have faith, okay? And there's no logic to that sometimes. There just isn't. We also got amazement. You've worked hard to get everything the way it is right now. Trust and enjoy this moment. Everything is as it should be. Do not let anyone make you feel like this orphan card. Look at how sad this person looks. Okay? There's no ray of light. They're in the middle of this storm. It may not be raining there, but it might as well be. Because that's how it feels. It feels very heavy. Very burdensome. But it doesn't need to be. That's why it's a block. You gotta love yourself enough. For some of you, don't let your temper take over. And some of you are worried about your temper. But that's why you need to speak up and have that confidence. Don't confuse your confidence with ego, because you think that if you stand in your confidence that it's just feeding your ego and that you're going to be more aggressive. And that's not the case. You've learned that lesson. Remember, you've learned the thinker card is your lesson, is that you've learned the most recent. Like, you know how to analyze things. You know how to see what should be. You know how to totally pick everything apart and put it back together a million different ways from Sunday. Okay? But now you need to learn that you don't have to be doing that all the time. That sometimes, once you learn this, you just know. And maybe that, I just saw the deep knowing card in my head. Maybe some of you need to learn that you just need to just go with it. Assuredness and boldness. It's time to challenge the situation and say, this is not good enough. Stand tall and take a stand. It's time to show the world just how damn tough you are. Yeah, somebody is calling you weak for being emotionally strong and standing up for what you truly believe. That is the weakest thing somebody can do. For someone to sit there and tell you, oh, that's messed up, because you've just told them the truth of the situation, for them to say, oh, that's not fair, for you to speak your truth of how you feel in a situation and someone to tell you that's not fair. I'm speaking my truth. I'm speaking how I truly feel. Nobody else around you has to approve of that and even understand it. It is what it is. You feel what you feel. You believe what you believe. And when you express that, if the people around you are of a vibrational match to you, they will understand that. They will acknowledge it and they will accept it. If they do not, then it might be time to move on. Love yourself enough to do that. You've got the self-love card out here. You deserve love in its many forms, and that includes love of self. And love of self means standing up for what you believe in. Let's see. No. Well, any more advice for the masculines, please? What time are we at? Oh, that's not bad. Any more advice for the masculines, please? Okay. So we got change beckons. The path is shifting. The road leads a new way. Do not be alarmed as change beckons today. Passages. Spiritual signs of inclination. You're walking through passages of your transformation. Yeah, because what is the outcome of all of this? Higher power. This is you fully accepting your connection to Source, your connection to God, to the Goddess, to divine energy, to pure God Source, whatever you call it. This is your highest possible outcome, is to fully develop and accept that connection. But you've got to go through this first. Anthony's call. In thanks of my spirit, safe and sound, all things that are lost so can be found, like your self-worth. Forgive and forget, a ritual cleansing of pain and lies, arise and awaken, see a new sunrise. A ritual cleansing of pain and lies, arise and awaken, see a new sunrise. Maybe some of you need to meditate in the morning under the sun, but I'm also getting from this, it's like the phoenix. You always see the drawings of the phoenix when it's flaming, right? When it's literally dying. That's the phoenix dying. How can I explain this? Like the phoenix sets itself on fire and it allows its own flames to consume it so that it can die and be reborn, stronger. And yeah, it's painful. I mean, can you imagine? Like if someone told you right now, you can be reborn, perfect, young, youthful, whatever, with all the knowledge you have now. But it's going to take being this phoenix. Would you do it? I mean, that takes strength, right? It's not easy. And for us, it's about going within and really being honest with ourselves. Anything else for the masculines? Thank you. Anything else? Okay. Morning memory. Oh, okay. That answers it. Did I not say arise and awaken, see a new sunrise? Did I not say some of you might need to meditate under the morning sun? Morning memory. Okay. Literally at the bottom right here in little star thingies, it says meditate under the sun. And it says its healing gift runs a destined course. The morning dawn, our inspired source. Some of you need to get out and meditate in the morning sun. Even if it's just 10 minutes, don't be lazy. Set an alarm. Set 20 alarms for yourself if you need to. And get your butt out there when the sun is rising and meditate. Stand or sit in the grass, who cares, whatever. Let your body, your skin be touching the earth. And just sit there and watch the sunrise. And look, right under morning memory, where meditate under the sun, you have silent skill. I challenge you to unpack your mind in meditation's grace. The soul can unwind. Breathe in, breathe out, let go of doubt. You guys need to hardcore meditate. Look within. I just heard look within. Silence the mind. Silent skill. Silence the mind. That's the wrong box. The bottom we have here, birth. Another gateway appears in view. New life is unfolding with blessings to you. Yeah, literally. Your highest possible. My throat is super duper dry. You guys are afraid to speak up. Don't be. You need to clear your throat chakra. Book your Reiki with me if you feel like you need it. Ugh. Higher power. This is connection to source. So this is your highest possible outcome. You've got to quiet the mind to get to that. All right. Fears and concerns. Fears and concerns. I just literally saw the deck shuffling, so I guess I gotta shuffle. I like my little desk. If that's too loud, I'm so sorry. I will not know until I go back and watch. But this is new, so I'm still learning too. If that was too loud, it's just I like them nice and straight, so I'll learn how to tap the deck without making it super loud. Fears and concerns. Peace. Another number 5. Anything else? Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. I was only going to take one there, but yeah. So you guys got the peace card, which by the way, I don't think has ever come out for me in a reading. Number 23, which is another 5. Then you have number 13, which is another 4. And you have the number 2 and the number 3. So we now have 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. You guys you're like literally at the end of a cycle here. You guys are about to level up in a serious way. 23. Let's see. Freedom from attachment and radical acceptance. Did I not say you have to quiet your mind? It doesn't get any better than this. A quiet mind, a heart fulfilled, freedom from want, and the soul's satisfaction. The way to peace is through radical acceptance. Everything in your world is exactly as it should be. Harmony is beautiful. Enjoy it. And again, the lesson you need to learn is to chop wood, okay? Everything is exactly as it should be. Harmony is beautiful. Enjoy it. Enjoy the day-to-day. Find gratitude in the day-to-day. I'm grateful to have shoes to put on. I am grateful to have food in my refrigerator. I am grateful for that game that I'm going to go play later. I'm grateful for the bed that I have to sleep in. I'm grateful for running water. I'm grateful for a job that I can't stand that pays my bills. Whatever it is, literally, even in the negative, find gratitude in the negative. This, I don't know why it's coming back to a job. Some of you are not happy in your jobs. This job taught me, that I don't like, blah, 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 whatever it is for you. You know your situation better than I do. But still, you're thankful that you learned that by having that job. So now you can avoid it in the future, right? Oh. When I split the deck earlier, we got the Yang card, which is masculine energy. Now we have Yin. You guys are coming into balance, internal balance. This is inner union with yourself. You also have the Between Worlds card. Not quite balanced yet, but not quite fully out of balance either. You're like right there, you're learning. Did I not mention the scales earlier where it's balanced out and you're like learning how to now be in the new balance? Like this was the old scale setting before. This is the recalibrated setting, right? So you're now learning how to be in all of this, I feel like some of you think it can't be that easy. I keep hearing it can't possibly be that simple. Yes, it can. Yes, it can. Because that's why we're here. We're here to learn to love ourselves first and foremost. Because in truly learning to love ourselves unconditionally, that is how we connect to that higher power. And in that connection, there is where the real lessons come in. It is where you see everything from a much, much, much higher perspective. You guys also have Fork in the Road. Between Worlds, Fork in the Road. The Yang card when I split the deck. The Yin card actually came out. So you are learning to balance. For a lot of you, you are finally learning, for most of you, you're learning to balance your feminine emotions. You know, that passiveness, that submission to, yes, this is what my heart is saying. Yes, this is the way I truly want to go with my life. Yes, this is truly the person I want to be with. Yes, I truly am no longer interested in this relationship. Whatever it is for you, like you're coming into balance with accepting that, you know, emotions do have value. It's not just all logic and reasoning. You've mastered that already. But now what's blocking you is feeling that this isn't natural. But you've got to do this to then reach this, okay? And your fears, these are your fears. Your fears, yeah, this was fears and concerns. You're worried if you're making the right decision with all of this. Fork in the road, but you've got the peace card. Did I turn in the peace card? Yes. This is insane. Your fear is following your heart. Your fear's following your intuition and doing what you already know you should do. Like you already know that you need to chop the wood, that you need to just focus on being present in the moment and not being so in your head about the things people say, because that stuff doesn't matter. You've already learned that lesson. But now you're feeling like a complete outsider, and so it's blocking you because you're starting to see more and more people. Like maybe it just started with one person in one situation, but now you're seeing it's a whole bunch more stuff that in your life that no longer fits you. It no longer fulfills you. It no longer brings you joy. See, when we try to reach a happiness is contingent on results, specific results. Y'all need to watch, okay, you guys need to watch this video, Matthew McConaughey, this speech that I watched that triggered so much shit. Okay, so I'm just going to read, I'm going to read this real quick because I'm feeling more drawn to this now at this point in the reading. Summary of everything, how I got to this outcome was, so my meditation led to self-reflection, then my self-reflection led to me journaling. My journaling became channeling and learning all rolled into one. Where I got because the learning was I got the spread for my channel. I literally channeled the spread to keep it at under, because we're if I hadn't done all this explaining, it just hit 40 minutes on the timer. If I had not done all this explaining and just would have gone into the reading, we'd be at, at about 30 minutes for the read. Then when the layout led to more, channeling, and then the full message that I guess I'm giving you now, because I literally put the full message you're about to hear. All right. Am I reading this? Show me what I'm reading. Okay. Yeah, okay. All right. I know what I'm reading for you guys. It's every time I think about... Okay, so it's been really weird the way I've been analyzing things lately, but with as analytical as all of this stuff has been coming through, and like super duper technical, sorry, I just kicked the little stand there, but my legs are sore, and I need to move them. It was really weird. You guys, wow, I feel like whoever this is going to resonate with, you're super technical. Lots of epiphanies for me lately. I feel as if every time I think about my past, it's as if I jump into a time machine. But better than Marty McFly's time machine. Like, better than whatever kick-ass sci-fi time travel movie or TV show that you can think of. It was like JoJo when he fought Dio in JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. But I had limitless use and control of it. No restrictions. I could play through or see every possible outcome to every possible minute detail and decision. It was glorious. I realized in that moment that I had already gotten over it for that memory that I kept replaying. I was learning how to never let that specific event ever happen again. That means I followed one red flag back to the red flag just before it. Then I followed that red flag back to the one before that, and continued all the way back to where I had first stopped putting myself first. Because this person had never, ever put me first. And everyone we interact with is just a reflection of us, right? So if I was feeling like this person had never put me first, then how had I not put myself first? And I started to look way back. And it, you go with it. You follow the rabbit hole. This person had never put me first, and I know that now. I learned that lesson. Literally, I'm seeing Thinker. This is they're showing me the cards as I'm reading this. I learned that lesson. Okay? That is what I was healing, and true healing goes back all the way to the core, to the 0 point of the trauma. Sometimes we have to take a few steps backwards to take even one step forward, and sometimes those steps are all in our head, playing and replaying our traumas over and over and over again. All so we can see that it had to happen that way. There were many times we failed to learn the lesson of loving ourselves unconditionally. It usually takes one big fail moment after many smaller ones that we suddenly realize it kept building for a reason, because we weren't learning the lesson. So then the divine puts us slowly into a corner where we know we would react. Once we have the aha moment, we realize all of the times that we missed it. That in itself is another lesson. Do you see how intricately everything is connected? That's what all my epiphanies have been lately. Where'd I let myself down first? Where did I let myself down first? This is what I needed. I have notes here. 1 second. Has a little arrow coming down to, we all need to remember that balance will be maintained. I guess that'll resonate for somebody, right? Okay. I knew this person was selfish. This continues on with the lesson I was learning. I knew this person was selfish the moment they expected something from me with absolutely no intentions of giving anything back in return. It was also when I let myself down, because remember, mirroring. I should have spoken up for myself. I should have asked about what was in it for me. But then I realized I should never have to ask, because if there is equal give and take, I'm being shown the scales again. If there's equal give and take, you will never be left wanting, because you will both be on a level to always want to begin with the highest of intentions. And then at that point when I was writing this, I heard, don't start nothing you can't finish, or don't plan on finishing. So that's for someone. I don't know why that was relevant, but I'm guessing something there will resonate for someone. But that's, this right here is very similar to what I learned. But more general. Like, what I learned is like every single lesson has a reason. So for you, you're learning that there was a reason why you learned this, but now it's time for you to learn this. Okay? And stop letting things block you. Stop not loving yourself. I keep hearing self-love, self-love, self-love. Like, don't be afraid to love yourself. If you can't love yourself, who will? Who will? Yeah. I don't know if there's more to this card or not, but I'm following this because, I like to give you guys nice full messages. I don't like to leave you feeling incomplete. Maybe some of you are feeling incomplete, but why are you feeling incomplete? We are always exactly where we're supposed to be. Maybe you're just looking at it from the wrong perspective. Be more gentle with yourself. Allow yourself to be in the moment, in the present moment. I'm being drawn to this chopped wood, which is being grounded in everyday experiences. Yeah. When you engage in everyday tasks in a meditative, contemplative way, which literally you've got 1, 2, 3, 3 cards about meditation. You've got the thinker card. She's sitting there thinking, meditating. If you can see it. But she gets so caught. Like, it feels like she's oblivious to everything going around her. I mean, they're literal stars floating all around her. And she's still there just like she can't see anything because she's so in her head. That's why you can't focus and just be present. You're too in your head. Quiet the mind. You guys need to meditate. And it says, when you engage in everyday tasks in a meditative, contemplative way, you clear your energy to receive your aha moments, which brings you ever closer to what you seek. You can't have these epiphanies. Like I was writing about, I had an epiphany, but you can't get those until you clear your mind. Do you know what I was doing when I got my epiphanies? I was in the shower listening to the Matthew McConaughey speech while I was sitting there enjoying washing my hair with this new shampoo sample that came in that smells literally like Jolly Ranchers, like a green apple Jolly Rancher. And I was like, you know what? I might just switch to this just because I like the way it smells. Like, it was something that gave me joy just because it was something that, yes, I felt called to it. Yes, it just felt right. I was present. I was in the moment. I was just enjoying what I was doing. I was enjoying myself, my own company. Um, and then all this stuff started coming to me. Like crazy amounts of stuff to the point where I ended my shower and came upstairs and started writing. But that's what I was doing. I was just in the present. And every single time that I have major epiphanies, it's when I have put my intentions on being present in the moment, truly living life and enjoying it and staying true to myself and following my heart. That is everything that is here written down for you. Your fears are, I feel like your fears are a part of your block too. You're afraid of this change. You're afraid of this newfound balance within you because everyone around you is reacting. And that's the key. They're reacting. They're not responding. They are reacting. But that's their own trauma. That has nothing to do with you. But that their trauma is being projected onto you, making you feel like this. You are deep in the middle of the storm of an awakening. I'm drawn to this keyhole where her third eye is, and look at all the light in that area. Do you see that? Some of you, whoever this is resonating for, you're having massive spiritual awakening. You're coming into contact with your higher self, I just heard. Leveling up. Oh. I just heard accepting truth. This is going to be a hard lesson for some of you. For some of you, these yin energies, this emotional side, for some of you, this is a very foreign concept. Emotions are not something you deal well with. But you're going to get through it because your highest possible outcome is higher power. That's connection with, that's inner union. And after the process of inner union comes our reconnection to the divine, if you will, to God source, whatever you label it. I can't stand labels. They aggravate the crap out of me. I don't even like the twin flame label. It annoys me too. I just don't like labels. It is what it is. Like, why do you need a label for it? Just let it be, because things are constantly, life is fluid. Everything's constantly changing. We shouldn't put labels on anything. Maybe that's how some of you feel. Some labels are there as a guidance, though, like to let us know we're on the right path. Like, this is really weird. All this is relationship related. I'm seeing kids and I'm seeing marriage, like weddings. Some of you are struggling with these things because maybe you don't believe in them, but you're questioning why you don't believe in them. And you're realizing that some of the things that you have believed in all along were projections of other people onto you and not what you would truly, not how you truly feel on the inside. You know what you feel on the inside. You know what rings true to you. It doesn't matter what anyone else says, thinks, or does. This is about you finding your way back to you. Ooh, 5445 on the timer when I just looked up. Oh, that's a weird one. Okay. All right, guys. I'm sure it's probably like, yeah, it's at 3 something a.m. because I started this at 2:12 a.m. I'm exhausted. I really hope this resonated with somebody. I hope it helps you. I hope it brings you healing. If you would like an extended reading with me, like a personalized reading, not extended, sorry, a personalized reading with me, all of my information will be on my website, which will be linked below. All of my social media is there, my services, how to contact me, everything is there, okay? And book your Reiki if you need it. I'm going to do a special for Reiki only up until the weekend, so check my Instagram for that. And I'm going to link the Matthew McConaughey video that I watched. I'll link that for you guys down below so you can watch it. I feel like it's important. All right. I'm going to try and get some sleep because I have to be up at 6 a.m. and it's already like probably almost 4 or something. Love you guys. Take care of yourselves, okay? And have faith. Love yourself. Always love yourself first. It won't steer you wrong.